Assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings. I pray that all is well and you all are in the best of health and spirits. It is your sister, Denise Renee Muhammad, along with my brother Sean Ali of Supreme Health and Wellness by Sean Ali. And we are coming on today for another episode of our Health and Wellness Power Hour, the Health and Wellness Power Hour. So as you come in, go ahead and share the video. Share the video. Sharing is caring. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Sean.
Well,
How,
alaikum assalam.
how's, how's it going?
All is well. All is well. You
All
got a
is
nice
well.
show for him today, huh?
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
Mm.
Yes, indeed. Heal thyself, mind, body, and spirit. That's our topic today. Our
Yes.
topic, heal thyself. Yeah, so that's a good topic,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
you know. And I
Yeah.
was thinking about that word heal and what it actually means, because
Hmm.
we hear that a lot, heal. And one of the definitions is to become healthy again.
Mm.
So if you to become healthy again, so we know that being healthy is our natural state. So there had to be something that caused us to be unhealthy, right?
Yes. Pretty much. Pretty
Yeah,
much. I mean,
yeah,
yeah, pretty much. Because it doesn't just happen for a reason. So,
exactly. It
yeah.
doesn't just because it doesn't just happen. It's something had to have caused
And
us to be
but
unhealthy.
that's you know, it's a mixture of, and I'm saying this from my perspective of
Hmm.
where I was at before I went to school and after. Same thing, which you can have that same perspective with oils, because you were into oils before you went to school.
Right.
But going to school changes things. You know what I mean? About because you learn and you see truth from falsehood, right from
Right.
wrong, real from. You feel what I'm saying? So when you hear
Yeah.
about certain things about oils that are untrue, you know that and that are true. You know what I mean? Like bam.
Hmm.
And it's so we look at health and wellness, and it's like a mixture of okay, the same things that I thought that it was up, it was external, but it's no matter what's going on, right?
Right.
Whatever goes on in a person is their weakest link, right? Because the body is invincible. What
Right.
we do to it will weaken it, and that will determine what we go through in our life on a net, like what they call a disease or sickness. That's why everybody doesn't suffer from heart disease. Everybody doesn't suffer from, the same things. You know what I
Right.
mean? Those that do those things usually suffer from those things. You know what I mean? But if you don't
Hmm.
do those, you know what I mean? So that's where it's at with the healing and being healthy and healing thyself. It's because the only way you can become unhealthy is through yourself.
Right.
That's it. There's no other way. You know what I mean?
Right.
So go ahead. But you got an oil. I know because we're talking. I know you got something lined up for us.
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
Yes, because it all, as we always say, the healing, it's internal and it starts mentally first.
You ain't gotta go outside. Yeah, exactly.
It starts mentally, and then that's what the essential oils, the aromatherapy, that's where it starts in the
Hmm.
mind,
Hmm. Hmm.
mentally, because you inhale the oil. Within 22 seconds, it goes to the limbic system of your brain, which is your emotional center, um, and it affects your nervous system.
Hmm.
And the
Hmm.
nervous
Hmm.
system is like the super highway of
Hmm.
the body, you know.
Hmm.
So yes,
Hmm.
sir. That's where it starts. And one essential oil that I wanted to bring up is rosemary, which is great for mental. It helps to clear that brain fog, gives you that mental clarity, helps with
Mm.
memory and all of that. So it's one of the
All the hot spots.
right. Exactly, exactly. And peppermint is good for mental as well. It's good for mental. It helps to relieve mental fatigue. Peppermint
Hmm.
goes to the satiety center. It also helps to relieve mental fatigue.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, and it's a
That's
lot. It's several different oils, but those two just came to mind as we're
and you
discussing.
don't need and but that's where yeah, that's crazy because that's where it's the falsehood comes in at because you know you get messages on colors, right? You tell people will tell you to eat these different colors and they correspond with these different things. The further you go back, you don't see none of it. Like, it just you what you learn is case studies. You learn peer review articles.
Hmm.
You learn that just because they can say something, it doesn't mean, especially if there were no tests done to verify whether or not it really could do, right?
Right.
So when we see these things, and yes, it's easy to make an ad and throw something up. So if you put the words in, you will find what you're looking for, right? I mean, you learn that in school. When you're writing your papers, you might have to find articles against your idea, not just
Hmm.
supporting your idea. You learn that as well, that there exists evidence that may be going against just as
But
scientific. Like it's like what? You know what I mean? So that's where it's like when it comes to this part, if we don't know where to start, as you were saying with the oil, if we don't know where to start, that's where a person can be all over the place and never get to the finish line.
hmm
Because it
exactly.
doesn't, you mean like the finish line, the another false statement. Healing takes a long time. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That if you break a broken like a all the way broken bone, not just
Hmm.
like a fracture, but that joint just snap, where they might have to put rods in it or something. That would
Right.
be the longest thing that heals on your body. Everything else is shorter than that, days to overnight, some things. When we get into that realm of it takes a long time to heal, usually they're talking about something emotional or mental.
Hmm.
That's not healing. That's you having to figure out how to deal with it and stop thinking
And
about it. I don't,
stop.
you know what I mean?
Right, like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad say, just stop.
But it's you know what I
It
mean?
wasn't no
So
12-step program, was it?
Yeah, but that's where, because like I said, you can't have all of these statements and then you have the statement that the body heals itself. Like, okay, if that's the case, which out of all of the statements, science tends to support the body healing itself
Hmm.
above anything else, right?
Right.
So no matter what they say this food or herb can do, we have to deal with that statement that the body heals itself. So heal thyself as the topic. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not anything you have to do.
Right.
Like your
Mm.
body, if you have a cell that's developing abnormally, what they call cancer, your body is already fight. By the time a doctor could see it on an MRI or any type of scan, your body was already fighting it. The things
Right.
you were doing were getting in the way. So your body was losing the battle. So the tumor was growing or metastasizing, spreading, right? So
Right.
that's, but by the time somebody could see it, your body is already fighting it. The white blood cells, the T cells, the B cells, the macrophages, the phagocytes. Man, we got
Right.
so many immune cells. Come on, man. Your body was all okay. The things that we're doing or are doing is interfering with.
Mm.
You feel
Exactly.
me? So
Yes.
that's that's where the long-windedness comes. You sprain your ankle, instead of staying off of it, like the doctor said, the next day we hobbling around because we got to work. We got things to do,
Right.
right? Okay. I mean, let's, you know what I mean? We don't finish the pill bottle because, hey, I feel better. I'm not taking the rest of the pills.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's simple, right? You know what I mean?
So
So,
basically, get out of your own way
it,
and let the body put yourself in the right environment.
do the things you're supposed to do,
Right. That
exercise,
womb
get some
womb of wellness. Get sunlight. Breathe properly. Exercise. Move something.
emotional. It doesn't matter, mental, physical. Your body is designed to heal itself. It has the hippocampus is designed for that emotional, mental stuff. That's where your
Right.
memories are. That shit ain't stored in your cells. It ain't stored in your arms and in your stomach. That doesn't even make sense. If you look at it, you can take a microscope and you can pull any cell out of your body and you can look inside of it.
Right.
You won't find none of that. It has to be in a chemical. It can't be in your body, and it's not in a form that you can see under a microscope because everything in here is physical.
Mm.
The physical body.
Right.
So it is stored. It has to be converted into a hormone, right? Because we have corresponding hormones that go with our thoughts. It's not the thought that leaves the brain. The thought creates either psychosomatic order or psychosomatic disorder.
Disorder.
Right. So the thought causes the hypothalamus to activate the pituitary gland to produce either adrenaline, endorphins, what's love,
Right. Oxytocin.
all of that is the whole endocrine system. Is the hypothalamus activating the pituitary gland, and then it from those are the two master glands, and that
Hmm.
from there all of the hormones come,
Right.
right? So there is no, like I said, when we you can study it at a scientific level, you can learn truth from falsehood. You see that how
Mm.
you feel
Yeah.
me? Because if anything is coming from the front part of the brain is the motor neurons. The peripheral, this is the sensory neurons. So if you feel any part of your body that's coming in, that's just the signal coming in. And once it hits that part of your brain deciphers it and you do whatever you do with it. But everything coming in, the wind you feel blowing, whatever part of that wind touch blowing, that is it's a different part of the brain that corresponds to that touch. What you see, what you feel, all of these things. So the body is just a vehicle. It doesn't have any storage capabilities of feelings and emotions, right? Even when they talk about the brain and the gut being the second brain, like let's look at that's the interior or interior enteric nervous system that connects the brain to the stomach. So when you think nervous, you have the instant reaction in your stomach, the butterflies in your stomach. When you're angry, the same thing. When you're in love, like you have that connection between the brain and the gut, or what they would call the gut. But there's no gut. there's, there's no there's no part of the body. Hold on. Right? So we got the stomach, right? That sits like this, right? Then from the stomach goes into the small intestines, the large intestines, right? The pancreas, the liver, we got the spleen over here, the kidneys. There's no such particular organ called the gut. It's an area, right? So we're starting there. There's no gut brain connection. The brain, what we feel, these emotions, certain emotions, we feel them in this area. But this area isn't, it's sending sensory data to the brain, but all motor skills or motor movements come from the brain down. It doesn't come from the body. You feel what I'm like?
Right.
The brain, the motor neurons is the frontal lobe, which separates us from majority of other life forms. But coming in, that's the sensor. It's hitting that the peripheral neurons as it's designed to do.
Mm-hmm.
It has an effect on the body. They're called effector neurons because once it hits the brain, it has an effect. It can make you think that I'm sick,
Right.
depending on your perception of those signals. If somebody taught you that that's pain, that that's this, then when you feel those signals, oh, that hurt. That don't hurt. It's a signal.
Right.
So when we see people walking on hot coals or laying on beds of spikes and stuff like that, and they
Yeah.
don't,
Walking on
that's
glass.
they're controlling their peripheral, those effector neurons, because it's coming, it's all here. Like just like in basic training, when they push you to through your limits and they let you know it's
Mhm.
mind over matter. That's what
Right.
they're talking about. Not only is it because your mind moves your body, but any incoming signal is just a signal coming in. This is inanimate until you move it. Stop moving, it's inanimate.
Right.
It's inanimate. Soon as you got something to do, it's animated.
Mm. Get up. Get up and
It's
move.
only limited by what you choose. Most of us choose to burn ourselves out working.
Mm.
See, most of us choose to burn ourselves out chasing the bag,
Right.
grinding,
Grind.
hustling.
Let's
At
listen to
the
that word.
end of that,
Grind.
at the end of that, then we want to deal with healthcare.
Yeah. And you can't enjoy the bag if you sick
Mm. If you psychosomatic disorder, where you say it starts at,
in the mind.
Okay, if you feel a signal, you're your first doctor. Because when you feel the signal, whether it's something coming from your stomach, your intestines, your hip, your back, with your knees, my arthritis kicking up. Tell me how.
Right.
Maybe you were just walking wrong. Maybe you got the wrong shoes on. Maybe you don't know how to get your stride right. Maybe you just walking too fast. Maybe your body is saying, "Hey, take a break."
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? Like we automatically diagnose ourselves as something wrong sick. You that's what you are.
Hmm.
Because that's what you move out to. Oh, I must got a cold. So now you're treating yourself like you got a cold.
Right.
You my sinuses. But you feel what I'm saying? So, but that's not healing because that can't be true, and your body is designed to heal itself. So, which one is it? Is it you playing doctor, or is it you going to get out of the way, make sure you're doing all of the healthy stuff you're supposed to be doing, not
Right.
taking supplements, not popping vitamins, not worrying about what foods you're eating? That's
Right.
last on the list. The stuff that don't have time for, going out getting sun,
Get some sun.
exercising, getting a good night's rest. Those are the three major things most of us don't have time for.
Right. Yep.
We
And
supplement. We got vitamin D. That's the supplement of the sun.
that's the real supplement, right? Millions of vitamins.
They got black people. Man, that's crazy.
Powerful. Yep. And as
What
you,
was it? Uh huh. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
what we were talking about last week when you said we kill ourselves daily by the way we think, by the way we eat, and by the way we drink. So says the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Yeah. Yeah.
It all starts with the man in the mirror.
I mean, yeah. There ain't nobody. I mean, yeah. Because and that's man. It's easier saying that than doing that
Yeah.
because our generation is the one that started the bull crap. I mean, it's not nobody's fault but individuals. Because no doctors don't have commercials. The hospital
Right.
might have a commercial to let you know it's there, but there's no doctors don't knock on your doors like salesmen and say, "Hey, you go seek them out." You feel what I'm saying? So it's no, the doctors are doing it. That's crazy.
Right.
Yes, they're gonna give you pills. Who don't know that? I
That's what they are for.
in my 50s, who don't know that? You mean like, come on, man? Like, of course they gonna try to cut something out of you. Who they been doing that? Yeah,
Mhm.
like X-rays been dangerous. The MRI, all that stuff been dangerous. They've been invasive. They've been destructive. Like, so how do we think that would the definition of insanity is doing something over and over,
And
expecting different
expecting a
results?
different result.
Every season you get sick, quote unquote,
Hmm.
sinuses, cold flu, right? Go to the hospital, they tell you the same thing.
Exactly. They before they take your blood pressure, they tell you to take some deep breaths to breathe. Right.
Hey, you need to lose some weight. We don't think that that's the problem.
Yeah.
You don't need to be only 10 pounds overweight to be in the overweight category. You don't need to be 50 and 100. 20, 30 pounds, you into morbidly obese. That's all it takes to kill you.
Wow. Yes,
It's
sir.
just a slow,
Slow process.
tiring death. It's a slow because it can you can find 50-year old and older overweight people, but they're on their way out. And their quality of life has significantly lowered that part.
Yes, sir.
We just buried some, man. I mean, like, you know, but that's where we at. Healthy self, heal thyself.
Right. Heal thyself. Healthy.
That's because the body we can't, like I said, it's whatever we got. All these we can't say the body is designed to heal itself. And then
Looking for something on the outside.
how does it heal itself? Exercise, sunlight, rest, peace of mind, hydration.
Yes. And if you need help with gaining that peace of mind,
Come on now, give it to him.
aromatherapy, come on and get some lavender or chamomile. Even people don't think about oregano for mental health. It is an excellent essential oil for soothing the mind.
Mm,
Great for mental health. It's very soothing. Um, it doesn't have the loveliest of aromas, but you can put it on the soles of your feet, and it's very soothing. You can feel the soothing effects for the mind. Brother Sean, can you hear me? Think you froze. Let's see. Can you hear me, Brother Sean? All right. I think Brother Sean, let me see if he's going to come back. But yeah, I was saying oregano essential oil, it's not only good for antiviral, antibacterial, and as they call it, nature's antibiotic, but it's also good for mental wellness, for soothing your mind, giving you that peace of mind. You can put it on the soles of your feet and literally feel the soothing effects. And definitely dilute um, oregano oil because it is one of the hot oils and it will burn, so you want to dilute it before applying it topically. Let me see, where did Brother Sean go? All right, so I think Brother Sean, we lost him. I don't know if he's going to be able to come back on, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. But this is when we'll have to come back next week and continue this discussion of heal thyself, mind, body, and spirit. And yes, we want to continue this discussion. Let's see. Yeah, I think Brother Sean is gone. But thank you all for tuning in. If you want any of the essential oils, you can reach out to me. I will also post a link in the comments for my website. Also, my book, Healing with Sister Denise. I give you some essential oil blends and recipes to use for anxiety, um, for uplifting. your mood, all types of essential oil recipes in that book. Let me bring it up. And if you have any questions, reach out to myself or Brother Sean. That's my book. It is available on Amazon, Healing with Sister Denise. And as I said, you'll get some recipes on there, essential oil blends to help with, anxiety, stress relief, sleep. Um, I have many different recipes in the book. If you're a do it yourself type of person, you like the DIY recipes, I have those in my book. And the book also explains more in depth what aromatherapy is, what the essential oils can do to help you heal yourself, mind, body, and spirit. All right. And with that being said, we're going to end it for tonight and we'll come back on next week with part two of Heal Thyself, Mind, Body, and Spirit on the Health and Wellness Power Hour with myself and Brother Sean Ali. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. If you watch this on the replay, share the video, share the video. Sharing is caring. Peace.